Hello, and welcome to Broadcast News. I'm Mark Rossman. On this week's edition, you will hear about Archives and History Day in Monmouth County, wind power off the Jersey coast, and a very special photograph. Representatives of the Freehold Borough School District had a chance to make their case for state funding for school improvements during public hearings that were held in the district on September 24th and 25th. An administrative law judge conducted the hearings and will make a recommendation to the State Commissioner of Education. On two dates in 2014, voters in Freehold Borough rejected a Board of Education proposal to spend almost $33 million for upgrades at the district's 3 schools. Following those defeats, administrators petitioned the state to fund the improvements they say are necessary in order to provide a thorough and efficient education to students. Some residents who spoke at the hearings said they cannot afford to foot the bill for the construction plan, while others said the Commissioner of Education should not be permitted to overturn the outcome of 2 votes on the $33 million referendum. With more news, here is Jennifer Ortiz.
Americans eagerly watch Pope Francis's every move during his first visit to the United States. People in Washington, D.C., New York City, and Philadelphia lined the streets to catch a glimpse of the Pope. Pope Francis was a constant presence on television during his week in the United States and a social media sensation. One of the most memorable moments of the Pope's visit was captured by a resident with long ties to Monmouth and Ocean counties. Howell native Gary Gelman of Gelman Images was covering the Pope in Philadelphia and was in the right place to capture the moment when the Pope stopped his motorcade to bless and kiss a 10-year-old boy who has cerebral palsy. The photograph was transmitted around the world, and in an interview this week, Gelman called it the pinnacle of his career.
The winds of change are blowing 7 miles off the coast of New Jersey. The United States Department of the Interior announced last week that 340,000 acres off the coast of the Garden State will be included in a lease sale that is scheduled for November 9th. The initial wind energy lease areas begin 7 miles off the coast at the southernmost tip of New Jersey and run northward, stretching up to Long Beach Island. The department estimates that, if fully developed, the lease areas could produce 3,400 megawatts of energy, which is enough to power about 1.2 million homes. More than 60 exhibitors from across New Jersey will make their way to the Monmouth County Library headquarters in Manalapan on October 3rd to celebrate Archives and History Day. The event for people of all ages will take place from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. New Jersey's history will be featured in talks from guest speakers and presentations by individuals who are ready to share their love of history with members of the public. In conjunction with Archives and History Day, a month-long exhibit entitled New Jersey in Focus, the World War I Era, has opened at the library. Almost 70,000 New Jersey men were inducted into military service during what was initially known as the Great War. There is no charge to attend Archives and History Day, which is sponsored by the Monmouth County Clerk's Office. And now, here is Tim Morris with sports.
As we move into October, division races in the Shore Conference are heating up. One of the hottest is in A North field hockey, where 2 of the state's top programs reside. Last week, Freehold and crosstown rival Freehold Township played the first of their 2 regular season games, with the winner getting the chance to take control of the division. Freehold in white, last year's division champions, dominated the game early with these sharp connecting passes that kept the pressure on Freehold Township and kept the ball in the Patriots' third of the field. The Colonial pressure pays off here, as Julie Heelan is in the right place at the right time to stake the Colonials to a 2-0 lead. Freehold Township, which won the sectional championship last year, countered, closing the margin to 2-1 on this blast by Jess Pietrocatelli. score stayed that way until this play, started by Jess Pianco, resulted in Tori Tiefenthaler's insurance goal late in the second half that paved the way for Freehold's 3-1 victory. Tim Morris, Greater Media Newspapers.
In sports, every battle comes with a start time. But our battles don't begin with a coin flip, and they don't end when the whistle blows. Our opponents, wind, rain, time, and chance, are always present. We wage a battle against darkness, against powerlessness. We're fighting right now, a team of more than 9,000. And if you don't notice us, that means we're winning.
Here is Jennifer Amato.
Members of the North Brunswick Police Department are going to challenge educators from the Township School District in a charity softball game next week to benefit the North Brunswick Fire Department. The 3 volunteer fire companies in town lost a significant amount of gear and equipment after battling a massive warehouse fire in July. On October 6th, residents are invited to North Brunswick Community Park on Route 130 for a pregame ceremony at 5:45 p.m., followed by the first pitch at 6 p.m. The suggested donation is $5. For more details on the game, see the North and South Brunswick Sentinel this week.
Thank you for joining us. Please visit gmnews.com next week for a new edition of Broadcast News.